It's so dark. Like, wait a second. Wait. Do you see? You can't even really tell. I've exposed you. Hang on. This just looks nice and moody now. But yeah. Hi guys. Do I want to keep it this dark? It's kind of like a mood. Do we like it like this? I mean, kinda. Should I just continue with this kind of like lighting? Like very moody. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna stick with this lighting. Let me know down below whether you actually hate it or you quite enjoy it. I think it's quite cozy. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about slow living, and I'm gonna discuss 3 ways that I think are very easy ways to start living a more slow and simple life. If you are living a very busy, fast-paced, chaotic life and you just want to stop it and you want to slow down, these 3 things might be worthy of trying out. So what is slow living exactly? We're not being literal when we say slow. We're not talking about living life as in a snail's pace where you don't ever run, you know, not physically running, but you know, you don't live a slow world in the sense that you don't go anywhere very fast, if that makes sense. It's more of a way of living that is intentional. I will be saying intentional a lot in this video, so be prepared. So it's about being intentional, and it's about looking within and finding those things and identifying those things that are in your life or you want in your life, and just sticking to those things. You don't want to have a bunch of things that you need to do in your life. You just want to stick to your goals and to your values and then live your life focusing on those. Now obviously as you get older or your personality changes, all these things come together and they can change for your life, and as you change and adapt yourself, that's okay. We always need to reevaluate yourself. So I'm gonna get into my tips, I guess, or my things that I do in my daily life to help me have a slow life. Okay, so number 1, I kind of already mentioned it, but it's being intentional about the things that you do in your day. So this basically means to plan your week in advance so you know what's going to happen. I like to do my weekly plan on a Sunday if work permits. You know, it's the day before it all starts again on Monday, so I like to do it on the Sunday. And what's important about when you plan your week is that you want to make sure that you plan not just the most important things, because obviously things like your work responsibilities, school responsibilities, they all need to be planned in as well. But it's also really important to plan the things that isn't work related, that isn't school related, isn't chores related. It's stuff that your mind and your body and all that want to do. For example, it could be getting exercise. We all know that exercise is very good for you and you should do it as regularly as you can. But for me, I'm not a gym person. So what I do is I walk my dogs. You guys know, if you watch my videos, I love taking walks with my dogs. They're like therapy. I plan when I'm gonna go for walks. I try to do it in the morning. It's kind of difficult now because it doesn't get really light till 9 o'clock, and by then I want to have my day started. So, and another thing that I can think of that for me is really important is scheduling time for my friends and family, because I actually don't live anywhere near my friends and my family. I have one friend that I have met recently, and they are a work colleague, so that's great. I'm glad that I have them in my life now. But when it comes to like seeing my family and seeing my friends back home, I hardly ever get to see them. I wish I could see my mom and dad on a daily basis. I wish I could see my best friend on a daily basis, but that's just not in the cards for me right now. So when our schedules all work out and we're all able to come together in one day, you bet that is my number 1 priority. I am going to do anything that I can to make sure I am there. Again, being intentional and knowing what it is that your mind and your body and your soul needs is all about. That's what slow living is all about. So the next point I want to talk about is taking time away from work. This can be quite difficult, especially if you're in the mindset of, I just want to get this done, I just want to grind until I get it finished and not do anything else until I get it done, because then it's finished and I can get it out of the way. I understand that. I had that mentality in high school and in college, but not the best way to live. It's important to not overload your brain on urgent tasks that need to get done. You only have 24 hours in a day, and I think it's so important to have a balance of getting things done that's urgent and getting things done that your mind needs, you know? So for me, this is kind of counterintuitive because, for example, if I know that I have a full day of editing ahead of me, what I do to give myself a break is I'll do content stuff for Instagram because I thoroughly enjoy it, you know? It's, oh, she's so cute. So I have an art Instagram. I like to do artwork, and that's what I do when I need to take a break from editing, because even though I love doing editing, I think it's so much fun, and I can spend hours doing it without any bother. I do need to take breaks. I think it's good to take breaks because then your brain is refreshed, and 9 times out of 10 you will see an improvement in your work after a break. So yeah, take your breaks. You know, obviously that's just in my case that I kind of juggle my two work forms in with each other, but for you it could be something different, like, I don't know, like work and then Animal Crossing, work or read a book. You know, there's tons and tons of stuff that you can do. It's all about looking at yourself and what your needs are. Okay, cool. And so my final one is kind of tricky in these days and age, and also it's very much talked about, and it's having less social media time. I'll be the first one to put my hands up. I will sometimes scroll on Instagram for hours on end and then feel crap afterwards. Like, I feel like it doesn't do anything for me, and when I get like that, I kind of get really sad. It feels like I wasted time, honestly, on something that hasn't actually fulfilled me. I'm still practicing it now, where I will only spend certain amounts of time in a day on social media. Obviously I need to be on social media because that's where you guys are at, but when it comes to just mindlessly scrolling on the Instagram reels, there's a line and I don't want to cross it. And getting off your phone is actually a lot more simple than you might think it is. So what I do is I decide the time that I would spend on my phone, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use that time differently. Just quickly off the top of my head, what I do is I will read. I love to read. I tend to rotate between my Bible, doing some Bible study, Bible reading, and the book that I'm currently reading. And those are like my two main go-tos when it comes to time away from my phone and time away from social media. But also, social media is kind of like an escape, right? We kind of use it as an escape from our own life and our own responsibilities and stuff. But I find that the Bible and reading a book is also a form of escape. So it's kind of the same thing, but it's better for you. I feel so much more fulfilled when I've read pages in my Bible, or I've read some of my book and I see the progress. I've also been reading the newspaper recently, which has actually been quite nice. I've found that it's just enough news to make me feel like I understand what's going on in the world, but not too much news where I feel depressed. So newspaper is also on my rotation right now. But yeah, those are the 3 things that I think are good ways to start to live in a simple and slow manner. Again, it's this line, it's this foundation of being intentional that is the most important thing here. I'm gonna harp on again one more time, but it's because it's the end of the video. You need to go within yourself and find what you enjoy doing on a daily basis, and then just focus on those things. Obviously not just the things that you enjoy, it has to be the things that you need to do. Like, you need to work, you need to do the laundry, you need to do the dishes, you need to cook and do all them things, but you also need to enjoy your life. It's your life. That is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this kind of dark or lighting was quite cozy for you guys. I feel very cozy anyway. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys have been living a slow and simple life, or if you're interested in starting to live more intentionally and living more with the slow living mindset. Let me know down below if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!